What's up, boys? It's your boy Hon Jon with the Hon Jon homie chats here today. Alright, today I had a random spark to talk about the feeling of nostalgia, right? Now, I feel like, I don't know for a lot of people, but me personally, this feeling is kind of like super, I don't know. Obviously, it's very strong, but for me, I feel like it's a little extra strong, you know what I mean? Because I'm always sitting here trying to chase my kind of nostalgia, you know what I mean? Like I'm like just things when I was little. Like obviously when I'm sitting there watching SpongeBob and stuff like that, it's not gonna be the same, right? Because I'm older and it's just different and like it's different times. Like the same thing with like YouTubers, you know what I mean? Like say Jacksepticeye quit making YouTube right now. Everybody would be so pressed that watched Jacksepticeye when they were little, bruh. But even though like they might not watch him super religiously anymore, you know what I mean? That's like a crazy part of it. Like even if like I barely watch Jacksepticeye now, I'm still gonna be sad. You know what I mean? When he's like done, because like that's one of my favorite YouTubers ever, bro. And I remember the first video I've ever seen by him, bro. It was the Skate 3 video when he's trying to jump the shark, Betty. And funny that from that video, my lizard's name now is Betty. 5 to 6 years later. I think that's pretty crazy about that, which also kind of ties into how strong that nostalgia feeling and some things are for a lot of people. You know what I mean? And I feel like it just kind of be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody, it's like crackheads, right? They're addicted and they're always chasing that first high. It's the same thing for nostalgia, but different. Obviously, it's not drugs. For a lot of people, nostalgia is like crack. You know what I mean? You just chase and chase and chase that nostalgic feeling, just to kind of like I don't know. It just makes it gives you that giddy feeling. Like when I was little, I used to have this Toy Story 3 game, and that shit was so fire, bro. Me and the homie used to play it, and I bet you if I played that shit now, it wouldn't be as fun. It definitely wouldn't be as fun. It'd still be fun, but it wouldn't be the exact same. You know what I mean? Obviously, different people, different time. It's just all different. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just think nostalgia is such like a crazy feeling, I guess, because why the fuck you don't do that? You know what I mean? It's kind of like the same thing with the whole like color thing. You know what I mean? People are always like, oh, corporate limitation. That's why McDonald's just looks so dope. But y'all gonna think they didn't master camera quality back in the day. Like all these things, I don't know. I just always think it's kind of funny when they're always like, "Oh, this is what the world used to look like," but you just realize our cameras are getting more and more realistic, so it's actually starting to see what we actually see instead of highlighting colors and saturation and things to that effect through like an early 2000s camera. Like, you know what I mean? Like, guaranteed everything looked the exact fucking same. Maybe like something's different, I guess. Maybe I don't know, like the way we perceive colors or something like that, but. I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of like our frontal cortex slowly developing more and like just kind of changing our perspective on things and how we do things and view things, whether we mentally log it or not. You know what I mean? Like this stuff could just be happening out of nowhere, and I think that's the craziest part. We also talk about the YouTuber streamer rotation. Like I feel like nobody ever talks about that. You know what I mean? Like with Danny Bands and stuff like that. Like I don't know, my generation is kind of near the next cycle of YouTubers. You know what I mean? And we just gotta hope they can fill in some big shoes of some legendary people. You know what I mean? People my age who watched like Danos, Jacksepticeye, Delirious, just the whole crew, and just like random stuff. Like I don't know. Like I just gotta you gotta realize a lot of those people have been doing YouTube for over 10 years, bro. Like eventually we're gonna get a new cycle, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just starting these videos in hopes I'm gonna get in that cycle, but I feel like if I could just figure it out, you know what I mean? I could just figure out and crack the code and get my groove on. I feel like I got this shit. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm kind of entertaining at least with the Hon Jon homie chats. You feel me? But yeah, I don't know. Like Kai Cenat, right? He kind of replaced Speed a little bit because, like, I don't know, everybody was on Speed's cock, bro. They were glazing, lacing, loving, and praising that homie, bro. But he got rotated out for Kai, and then Kai is getting rotated out for everybody else at his streamer university. You know what I mean? I feel like he's not really getting rotated out, but I feel like he's kind of helping the upcoming rotation of streamers and then probably YouTubers eventually. I mean, I bet you some of those homies do probably do YouTube, but like there's another cycle. Like even right now, I'm watching Joe Bart, right? And I didn't watch Joe Bart like 4 years ago on YouTube, right? I seen him on TikTok, right? And I started watching his VODs and like the streams and shit. I don't watch streams. Like, who the fuck has the capacity to watch a stream? If you do, all props to you. But well, I don't know. I just started watching his streams and stuff like that, and I just realized, damn, this homie's actually pretty entertaining, which makes him looped into the new cycle of streamers slash YouTubers. You know what I mean? I think that's just like the craziest part about it. It's just like these homies can jerk off on YouTube for 10 years and then like fucking boom, like you just get replaced. You know what I mean? Like how Corey Kenshin stopped uploading, nobody's gonna replace that homie. Or like the Outdoor Boys, everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna carry on his legacy. Real talk though, you gonna be sitting there like when you're a fucking wolf laughing at you, jerking off to your fucking fear sense, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Bro's horny over the fact that you're scared. That homie wasn't scared. He had a buckshot 22 12 gauge shotgun up his ass, boy. You know what I mean? He was gonna use his goddamn man hands and pound that wolf down. No homo. But yeah, I don't know. I just think the whole rotation shit's kind of crazy, which also kind of ties into the nostalgia factor because once a lot of those YouTubers that we watch aren't really like uploading anymore, we're gonna get more of a nostalgia hit from watching them. You know what I mean? Like guaranteed, like C-Day. Homie's never fucking coming back. C-Day, nobody remembers C-Day, bro. Like you probably do, but like, when was the last time you heard the name C-Day, dog? You know what I mean? If he came back right now, he'd probably get a lot of views on his video, but like, I feel like when you watch his old Fortnite videos, if you can actually get through it and shit, that's just nostalgia. It's just kind of showing what Fortnite used to be and like just like the whole gaming experience before like all these weird collabs and shit. Like some of them are dope, but like they're just reusing shit at this point. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just kind of feel like it just happens. You know what I mean? Nobody talks about it. Like, I guess it's not like a super big thing to talk about, but like, you gotta realize this social media shit, you're not gonna stay on the top forever. But you're also might not, there's a good chance of staying on the bottom forever unless you put some actual effort and like work on the video, you know what I mean? And just to try to make it an overall better experience for the viewer, you know what I mean? Hence why I got this mic for the games and this mic for, you know, talking to you. I'm obviously clipped it on there just to me, I don't know, like it's a little more professional than just sitting there jerking off with a mic in my hand. You know what I mean? I'm not, okay. You know what I mean? That was a joke. Fuck you. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's all I really had to talk about. It was just a random 2:11 a.m. I work at 3 to 11 tomorrow, so you'll probably see a Hon Jon homie chats or maybe a gaming video, depending. But later, boys. That's it for the Hon Jon homie chats. Peace. Let me just do the weird transition.